So, good morning, everybody from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. My name's John Gregory, and I'm the Director of International Recruitment at the University of Alberta. I've been helping many students over many years come to Canada, successfully study, and have great futures both in Canada and around the world. So I want to make today's presentation an interactive presentation. And there will be a prize for the winner at the end of the presentation. So if you have your phone on you, or you can open another tab, you could click on the QR code or go to the website menti.com and enter the code on the screen. You'll be able to join in this presentation, answer some questions, and hopefully win a prize at the end of the presentation. So either click on the QR code using your phone or go to menti.com and enter the code below. So just waiting for a few people to join the quiz. It will make it much more interactive and exciting if you are able to join. You just go to menti.com, menti.com, and enter the code 58891730. And if you so again for websites menti.com, menti, and enter the code 58891730, and we can join in the quiz. And if no one wants to play, that's fine. Then I'll just go through the slides. Excellent. We have our first player. So let's have a couple more players join, and then we can get going. Or the first player will definitely win the prize. It's going to be a series of questions on the University of Alberta. Perfect. We've got two players in, so let me start the quiz. And if you want to join later, the code will always be at the top of the screen, menti.com, and enter the code 58891730. So let's get this quiz started. So as a points awarded for both speed and accuracy. So who do you think was the top selling Canadian artist of 2022? Was it Shawn Mendes, Celine Dion, Justin Bieber, Michael Bublé, The Weeknd, or Drake? And congratulations to who said The Weeknd. You are correct. Plenty more questions to go. And most of the questions will be on the University of Alberta. So Millie has taken the early lead. Let's hope we have a few more players join in. So it is our campus here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So Edmonton is the city. Alberta is the province or state, and Canada, as you know, is the country. One of the largest universities in Canada, and virtually all the buildings you can see here are part of the University of Alberta campus. We have over 40,000 students who study with us, many of whom are Canadian citizens and Canadian permanent residents. About 15% of our population is international students, so we're a top choice for both Canadians and international students. We're ranked among the top 5 universities in Canada and in the top 100 in the world. Also, a university has a real impact on the globe, and we rank in the top 10 in the world in terms of the global impact. Our artificial intelligence research is one of the top in the world, and we also are proud to boost a very high graduate employment rate. So you both offer great academic education, but also excellent employment opportunities.
What happens here changes the world. These are future innovators, leaders, and world shapers. By joining us at the University of Alberta, you can be one of them too. Creating a future you dream of depends on an academic foundation of excellence, exactly what the U of A is known for around the world. Get ready for the journey of a lifetime on our campus in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. You will explore ideas that excite you, connect with people who inspire you, and make discoveries to lead you to a fulfilling career. Everyone here is committed to helping you succeed. On any given day, you'll pass by an international student just like you. We have students from across the globe. At the U of A, you are surrounded by students seeking the same things you are. People chasing their goals, like you, in their new home away from home. All in a city and province that is safe, scenic, and thriving. It's the perfect place to recharge between your studies, with plenty of green space, walking trails, festivals, and food to explore. Don't forget to make the most of all our seasons and catch a glimpse of the Northern Lights too. Keep looking up and imagine starting an exciting journey here at the University of Alberta, full of new perspectives, new people, and new possibilities.
And there you go. And it's great to see so many more people joining the quiz. I can see we've got over 50 people now watching the presentation, which is great. If you've just joined and you want to join in and have the opportunity to win a prize from the University of Alberta, please go to the website at the top of the screen, menti.com, MENTI.com, and enter the code 58891730. So again, if you want to join in with this quiz, go to menti, MENTI.com, and enter the code 58891730. So let's move on to the next question. And what is the ranking of the University of Alberta in Canada? Are we number 1, 2 to 5, 6 to 10, or 11 to 20? Perfect. And my daughter, who can't sleep, it's quite early in the morning here, is joining in the quiz as well. So congratulations to everyone who put 2 to 5. We are among the top 5 universities in Canada. More people are playing their quiz, which is great. Next question coming right up. So where is the University of Alberta? Where are we located? Which city are we located in? Are we in Toronto, Vancouver, Edmonton, or London? We are in Edmonton, and in the background you can see the city centre of Edmonton. We are a campus university, which means most of our buildings are on the one site, but we're also very close to the city centre of Edmonton. You can connect between the two in about a 10-minute subway ride. This is another view of Edmonton here, and Edmonton is one of the more affordable cities in Canada in terms of rent and cost of living. But Alberta is the wealthiest province in Canada. We are home to the third biggest reserves of oil in the world. So salaries in Alberta are the highest on average in Canada. Population of the greater Edmonton region is approaching 1.5 million people. The Alberta government is based in Edmonton, and as mentioned, Alberta is Canada's top energy producer. We have a strong economy and the highest average salaries, and we also don't have any provincial sales tax, so our cost of living is a little bit lower. Rent is significantly lower, And we're also close to the Rocky Mountains, which is an area of outstanding natural beauty. This is our hockey arena here, or ice hockey. Hockey is an extremely popular sport in Canada as well. However, soccer is also growing. Alfonso Davis, for those of you keen on soccer, the Bayern Munich left back, who's Canada's soccer star, grew up in Edmonton. He came to Alberta many years ago as a refugee, became Canadian, and now is one of the best soccer players in the world. The venue you see is also used for concerts and other events. We do guarantee students in the first year a place on campus. So if you wish to live on campus, you can apply to live on campus as part of your application for admission. And the deadline to apply for campus housing is the 30th of April. Both single and shared accommodation are available based on your budget and preference. This is a typical room here. Lots and lots going on campus. There's over 400 clubs that you could join. Now, I wouldn't recommend you would join all 400, but whatever your interests are, it's very, very likely there's a club on campus with students which have similar interests to you. Intramurals is where you play against other University of Alberta students in various sports. You can sign up to be on a team, or you can make a team with your friends and then compete against other University of Alberta students. Varsity level teams are where you play and represent the University of Alberta against other Canadian universities. We have two mascots, Goober and Patches. And these are some of our sports facilities here. So as you can see, we have climbing walls, swim pools, indoor track, and ice skating arenas. This is another campus we have, our South Campus, where our varsity teams typically play. And the sport in the top left-hand corner is called curling. It's where you try to throw your rock as close to the target as possible, and then your opponent tries to knock the rock out. So we're back to the questions, and if you've just joined and still want to join, please go to menti.com and enter the code at the top of the screen. So next question. So I mentioned we have two mascots, but what animal are mascots of the University of Alberta? Eagles, bears, lions, or beavers? So congratulations, they were all possible animals, but bears was the correct answer. And here are the bears. So on the brown bear is Goober, which stands for the Greater University Bear of Alberta, and Goober represents our male sports teams. And the panda bear is called Patches, who represents our female sports teams. They often come to orientation and events like that. So here's the leaderboard, and Angela has taken the lead, closely followed by Noor, Millie, Snuggles, and Haley is up there as well. One of the highlights among our faculty is Dr. Michael Houghton. So Dr. Michael Houghton won the highest prize in academia, the Nobel Prize, and that was in medicine for the discovery of the hepatitis C virus. So Dr. Michael Houghton is a good example of some of the world-class researchers we have at the University of Alberta. Another strength we have is in artificial intelligence. So our AI is becoming increasingly common in the world, and for the jobs for future, you will need knowledge of AI. So we offer a number of options. We offer a major in AI. So if you want to take your major, your degree in AI, you can. But we also, for every student, whatever their degree you're studying, you have the opportunity to take a course called Artificial Intelligence Everywhere, which would count towards your degree and give you fundamental AI literacy skills So when you apply for jobs in the future, you are well equipped to deal with AI. AI is artificial intelligence. In terms of career success, we rank among the top 100 universities in the world for employment rate, top 2 in Canada. And many of our degree programs offer the opportunity to apply for co-op, which is where you undertake paid professional work experience during your degree. So what that means is you graduate with both a strong degree, a very rigorous academic degree, but also that work experience, which is vital to finding jobs in the future. You're able to forge connections with industry, with potential employers, and many students who undertake co-op go and work for that employer upon graduation. So moving on to question 5. So which faculties do you think offer co-op or work experience programs? Arts, engineering, science, agriculture, life and environmental sciences, or the Alberta School of Business? So all are correct answers. So there's opportunities for co-op and work experience in all of these faculties. Another question. Let's go from here. So if you come to Canada and undertaken a 4-year degree or a master's program or a PhD even, how long will you be able to live and work in Canada for? Is it up to 5 years, 1 year, or up to 3 years for the postgraduate work permit? So it is up to 3 years. So if you graduate from a degree program in Canada or a master's or PhD program, you're able to get a 3-year post-graduation work permit. And then many students during that period apply for permanent residency, which is the route to citizenship in Canada. Question 7. Which province do you think has the highest average salary in Canada? Is it Quebec, Ontario, British Columbia, or Alberta? So Quebec is where Montreal is, Ontario is where Toronto is, British Columbia is where Vancouver is, and Alberta is where Edmonton is. So it is Alberta. So lots of questions there. Let's see some changes on the leaderboard. So Noor has taken the lead, Hayley second, Angela third, and Hannah is answering questions pretty quickly. So working in Canada, yes, discusses a 3-year postgraduate work permits. You're able to work while you study, so part-time during studies and full-time during your breaks. And Alberta has the highest average salaries in Canada. So we offer lots of degree options at the University of Alberta. These are the faculties you can go into directly from high school. So for things like arts, agriculture, life, environmental science, business, education, engineering, kinesiology, sports and recreation, native studies, nursing, science. We also have different campus options as well. This is Augustana campus, which is a campus of about 1,000 students located in Kamloops, which is about 90 minutes outside of Edmonton, and offers a more intimate experience than our North Campus. And we have Campus Saint Jean, which is our French language campus. There's major and minors available. Many programs you have the option to choose for an honours program. Some programs you do practicums on, or co-op or paid work experience options. So this is how our Bachelor of Science degree is structured. So during a Canadian degree, you will typically do 10 courses per year, so 40 courses over the 4 years. And if you're doing a major, Around half of those courses will be in that area. The other courses will be optional courses, which can be from both your faculty you're studying in, but you also can take courses from other faculties. You have the option to do a major and minor. So if you're a minor, it would be about 25% of your degree. And there's also the opportunity to do a double major, or if you wish, you can do an honors program and even an honors and a minor. So these are the areas you can study in our Faculty of Science. These are the different majors available to students. If you're looking at agriculture, life and environmental sciences, this covers things like nutrition and food science, fashion business management, agriculture, animal health. We have a Bachelor of Engineering. Every student does a qualifying first year, foundational year, after which they then can apply to either go into the co-op option, which includes 20 months of paid work experience and would take 5 years in total to complete, or the traditional route where students focus on their studies and don't undertake co-op during their degree. These are the different majors available under the Faculty of Engineering, and all of the subject areas rank in the top 100 internationally. These are some of the previous co-op employers for the Faculty of Engineering. And this is our Faculty of Arts options, so they group into social sciences, humanities, and fine arts. If you're looking at business or commerce, these are the different majors you can do under the Alberta School of Business. And we've got some more questions coming. So this is a good question. So if you come to the University of Alberta, how much will your tuition increase each year? Is it 0%, 5%, 10%, or it varies? So the University of Alberta is pleased to offer international students a tuition guarantee. So this is a tuition for students starting with us in fall 2024. We can tell you and your parents what your tuition is for all 4 years of your study and guarantee there'll be no tuition increase during those 4 years. So if you opt in for, say, computer science, your tuition would be $33,968 in 2024. And we can also tell you will be paying the exact same amount in your final year in 2027. Tuition varies depending on the faculty you are studying in. We also do offer a lot of scholarships to international students. So with 3 scholarships you're automatically evaluated for at the time of admission. If you're in the top 5 students applying for the faculty, you would receive an offer of the Gold Standard Scholarship, which can be up to $6,000. There's the International Admission Scholarship, which is $5,000, and the Regional Excellence Scholarship, which is another $5,000. So top students could qualify for all 3 of these awards based on their averages, their admission average at the time of application. Now, if you're not looking at fall 2024, but considering future intakes for the University of Alberta, we also offer a number of bigger awards, including the President's International Distinction Award. This is worth $120,000, so $30,000 per year, and we give out 25 of them per year. We're really looking for exceptional students for this award, students with very strong academics and excellent extracurricular activities. And by extracurricular activities, I mean, what have you done outside of the classroom? Maybe you've been a head boy or a head girl or a prefect. Maybe you've done volunteer opportunities in the community. Maybe you've captained your sports team, led them to championships, etc. This is a scholarship where we're looking for both strong academics and strong extracurricular activities. So how many 120,000 scholarships are awarded each year by the University of Alberta? Is it 1, 10, 15, or 25? And it is 25. So congratulations if you answered that. So for academic requirements for the University of Alberta, from high school, we're looking for 5 academic subjects, including English, and the academic subjects required will vary from program to program. If you're looking at joining us this fall, we can use your first semester grade 12 results. If you've already finished high school, we would use your final results. I know we have a number of graduate students interested in studying with us. If you're a graduate student, the minimum requirement to study at the University of Alberta is an upper second class degree, a 2-1. GPA 3.0 out of 4, though some programs require a higher GPA. For undergraduates, it is an online application. There's a $125 application fee. Plus, if you wish to apply for accommodation, it's an additional $25. Takes you about 15 to 20 minutes. You upload your documents to the online application. A personal statement is not required. And there we go. So let's go to the final question. I should apply to the University of Alberta because it's a highly ranked research university, guaranteed tuition and competitive scholarships, guaranteed housing, excellent graduate career outcomes, we're an artificial intelligence leader, or all are great reasons. So they're all great reasons, so any answer was correct. So let's see who the winner is. And congratulations to Angela, who won today's quiz. And thank you for everyone who is playing along, who played along with the quiz. I hope you found it entertaining and you learned some facts about the University of Alberta and Canada in general. Angela, I'm going to show my email in a minute. So if you could please send me your details, we'll be able to send you some University of Alberta prizes. So congratulations, and thanks to everyone who played along with the quiz. These are my contact details here. So if you have questions after the presentation, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. But this ends the formal part of the presentation. Hopefully we have a few questions coming in. So if you have questions, please ask them in the Q&A box on the right, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. So thanks everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation and hope to see you at the University of Alberta in the near future. Thanks so much.
Cool. That was interesting. That was way more fun than a boring job. That's way more interesting than typing email.
Let's have a look at some of the questions coming in. So I'll try to address them in the order they came in. So Aman asked, do Canadian universities offer pre-U courses? So the Canadian degree is 4 years in total. So for most education systems, most high schools systems around the world, Canadian universities are typically able to offer you direct admission, so admission to year one, as long as you have strong marks in your high school program. There are foundation courses available in Canada. Some universities offer them. We don't currently offer a foundation program, but we can admit most students directly into the first year of a degree. Calfee says, I would like to pursue a PhD human ecology, material culture. Is there opportunity of an exchange program when I enroll in a university in Ghana? So we do welcome a number of graduate students each year who come and do research or take classes with our faculty who are obtaining their PhD from other institutions. Typically, you would need to identify the faculty member you're interested in undertaking the research or the classes with, and see if they are able to host you while you're studying. Someone asked, what are the average monthly costs for living in Alberta for one person? So this, with average costs, it will really depend on the person. Some people have more expensive lifestyles than others. So what I would recommend you do is look on the internet at typical costs, as they will really vary from person to person. The Canadian government has now said international students need to demonstrate they can afford a cost of 20,000 Canadian dollars per year in terms of living costs. Alberta, just given it's a lower cost province, is actually probably a little below that in terms of what you would face in terms of living. But what I would recommend you do is have a little bit of research to see what the rents are, what residence costs, what food costs are, etc. Jennifer asks, please are test score and GRE compulsory for the university? And that will really vary depending on the program. Some graduate programs you do require GRE, others you do not. Mohammed asks, can I get admission in graduate level with Duolingo test and GPA 4.58 out of 5? So that will really depend, Mohammed, on the program you're looking at. We do accept Duolingo as proof of English for both undergraduate and a graduate study, and it sounds like you have a strong GPA, but it will really depend on the program you're applying for. Mohammed asks, is there an application fee for doctoral admission in nutrition? And yes, there is. You would need to look at the program and see what the application fee, typically it's just over $100. Faraz asks, his PhD student, asks about scholarships available. So with that, you would need to discuss with faculty members to see if they're willing to take on your PhD research. Bashir asks, there have been changes on work permit recently. So yes, there have been a number of changes which were announced on Monday, but these are actually positive for students going to high quality institutions such as the University of Alberta. So it means all our graduate students taking masters and PhD now qualify for a 3-year work permit. It doesn't matter how long their program is. The changes announced in terms of the work permits have really been designed to combat institutions which are maybe not offering excellent experiences to students. The University of Alberta is one of the top 5 universities in Canada, and our students are not negatively impacted by these changes. Friday asked about full scholarship for MBA programs. So there are a number of scholarships available for the MBA. you would need to be an exceptional student with exceptional work experience to qualify for one. Someone asked, are there scholarships for medicine? So medicine places are typically restricted to Canadian citizens or permanent residents. So Christina is asking, I believe, does a graduate student need to find a supervisor before applying to the university? So this varies from program to program. So what I would recommend you do is check the program you're interested in and see what those requirements are in terms of a supervisor. Victoria asks, can a new immigrant with a residence permit apply for medicine? So if you're a permanent resident, then yes, you can apply for medicine. Someone asked, how can I make myself the most ideal applicant for Alberta? So for undergraduate study, we're really looking at your academic results. We don't require personal statements. We just look at your academic results. For some of our bigger scholarships, we look at both your academic requirements and also your extra curricular activities. We don't offer full scholarships, Ambiola, though we do offer 120,000, which for many of our programs would cover the vast majority of tuition. So here asks, can I do 2 masters in related domains? So nope, it's typically 1 master you would take at a time. I already have a study permit. Is it too late to apply for a PhD? So with a PhD, you can still apply. It would involve reaching out to faculty members and seeing if they have spaces to be able to supervise yourself. Someone asking us about petroleum engineering. So yeah, we're very strong in petroleum engineering in the top 5 universities in the world. I would recommend you go to the website for the MSc in petroleum engineering and see what opportunities are for you. Leverso asks, how will the sponsor assist with visa and immigration processes for international students? So that will vary, be up to your sponsor how they assist you. The University of Alberta has regular study permit webinars where we give advice and guidance on the study permit process. If you go to our website, you're able to see those videos and can find out more about the study permit process for Canada. Someone asked, what is the most popular program for international students? So we have students studying across virtually all our programs at the University of Alberta. It's really your decision to pursue a program that is of interest to you. We have students studying a huge range of subjects with us. Mohammed asked, well, is the right time to apply and get a scholarship? So applications are currently open to most of our programs, so they are starting to close. So if you haven't applied already and you're looking at starting in Canada in September, the time to apply. Now, if maybe you're looking at starting in 2025, then applications for programs will typically open on the 1st of October 2024. If any final questions come in, I've tried to address all the questions in the chat box, and it's great to have so many questions from students. But really, to sum up, the university is one of the top universities. University of Alberta is one of the top universities in Canada. We're open for applications. So if you're a top student interested in studying with us, go ahead and make an application and see what you require. So Joy has asked, can a higher diploma in critical care nursing be considered for masters in nursing? So no, all our master's programs require a bachelor's degree. You can't join a master's program without having a bachelor's at the University of Alberta. And the minimum academic requirement we're looking for is a GPA of 3.0 on the 4-point scale. Though some programs require higher. And if you're on a different scale, an upper second class degree, 2-1 or above. So we're going into the final few minutes of the time allocated for the presentation. So if you have any final questions, don't hesitate to ask. Good question. Are there any services to help students with academics? So yes, everyone at the University of Alberta wants our students to succeed. So as both student advisors are professionals whose job is to give advice and support to students. We have both general advisors and also international student specialists who can help with the unique needs of international students. Also, our faculty offer office hours. So with office hours, it's a time when students can go in and see faculty members and discuss the class they're teaching, maybe go over some papers they're submitting, ask faculty questions, and get more knowledge on the subject they're discussing. So these are the type of support services we have, both academic support service and also the more well-being support as well. Ahmed asks about applying for the MBA program. So that you should be able to apply with a GPA of 3.2, but you can also speak with the MBA program directly. And although a GMAT is needed for the MBA, I don't believe a GMAT is required for a PhD in marketing. So we're almost at time now. So thanks once again for joining the presentation. I hope you found it useful. And whatever you do in your future, I wish you the best of luck and hope to see a number of you at the University of Alberta in the near future. Many years ago, I was in a similar situation to yourself. I was a student in the UK and had the opportunity to do a study abroad, an exchange year at the University of Alberta. And while studying at the University of Alberta, I met my wife while studying here. So I've been a big fan of international education and the University of Alberta ever since. And wherever you go for university for your future studies, I hope it has a similar major beneficial impact on your life. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day and take care. Bye-bye for now.